And if my mind worked backwards just for a minute, I'd hold on to you before the memory's gone. I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember, I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember. When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind worked backwards just for a minute, I'd hold on to you before the memory's gone. I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember, I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember.
Well, good evening. Welcome on in. Phantom, what up, dude? Long time no see. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope you like the new intro music. It's a fun one. We are going to try again with the Microsoft Flight Sim. So, Dado has changed the entire Wi-Fi in his house. He spent some money, got a whole new Wi-Fi system, and the studio is now hardwired into the service. So fingers crossed that it's fixed and that everything is hunky-dory and we can actually fly a plane. And you guys can see Dado fail at landing a plane. Oh, I know you missed me. Now you can give me crap in my own stream. So let's see. We're going to be jumping into it here. So we're going to fly out of Cleveland Hopkins. And we're going to try to land in Detroit. We're not going to do a super long flight. We are flying the Airbus 320. I did fly this off stream a little bit. So hopefully everything that I learned there transfers over to this. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to fly. Certain things that we want to check here. I don't know any of those buttons. But we're going to take our altitude. Press A to interact. Yeah, that's what I want. Come on. We're going to take that to 10 right off the rip. Right off the rip, tater chip. and see what we can do. All right, so flaps are up. We're ready to go. Dado doesn't do any of the checklists because he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. So we're just going to fly. So we're going to give us a little bit of throttle here. Get us up and running. Yeah, I know the parking brake's engaged. Thank you very much. Do. I don't know if you guys can hear the music or not. Who knows? I can hear it. It's a banger. Let me tell you what. Alrighty. So we're gonna. Yeah. We're gonna give ourselves a little more throttle. We're gonna release that parking brake, get us rolling here, and then give her all her gusto. I think we gave her all she's got. Sure did. Ruh-roh. Big plane. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. A320. Can't mess it up with an A320. So we're taking out of Cleveland Hopkins. This is one of the local airports to me. I feel like we are not going to get enough fucking juice here, baby. Let's go. I can go. All right, we're getting to the point. We're going to give her a little pull. There we go. She's lime green. You can't miss her. Fold up that landing gear. Oh, it doesn't like how fast we're climbing. You can fuck all the way off. Retract the flaps. Alright, what don't you like? We're climbing too fast? I feel like they climb faster out of Cleveland every day than that. So we're actually going to do the opposite of what all the planes do. We're going to make our passengers sick. And we're going to come around. So the rescue crews can find you better. You right, yes sir. We're going to slow our ascent a little bit here. Good Lord, Dado. Hope everybody's chewing bubblegum in the back. Just popped everybody's ears. I'm going to try to slow our ascent down just a tad here. Pull a little bit back on the engines. If you put it in CL, it'll engage. Ooh, will it? Well, we're going to get out here. We're going to take a sweep over downtown Cleveland. And then we'll get over Lake Erie. And we're going to put this bad boy in autopilot and hang out with you guys for a little bit. And then we'll see if we can land this thing. But I hope the stream is actually functioning. I hope that we are not getting too much lag this time. Again, right down there is Cleveland Hopkins. What are you freaking at? You don't like my speed. 380 is a little fast for you? Okay. You got it. We'll back the throttle off just a little bit. There you go. But Dado wants to fly over downtown for funsies. No lag. Hey, I have been flying a little bit off stream. Just chilling, hanging out. Trying to get the hang of it a little bit. That's how I found out that the bigger planes are a lot easier to fly than the little ones. So we're giving her a shot. Taking the scenic route as we fly over downtown Cleveland, because I am serious. Big airliner. I'm curious about one thing. Now that our internet is pulling the actual photometrics, there is a illuminated ginormous billboard on top of the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, Romo Fijo, where the Cavs play. So I'm curious if that illuminated billboard actually shows up on Microsoft Flight Sim. Not the Boeing. I have trouble flying it. I have not tried the Boeing. I've stuck with the Airbus. It's kind of cool to see the steel yards from nighttime. So we're going to fly over downtown. I see Burke Lake Airfront, which is where the air show takes place. I do not see. I'm looking. I see Progressive Stadium. They do not have the big billboard on the thing. Well, that's unfortunate. That's where the Cleveland Browns play. We actually just started a project right there in Progressive Stadium for the Cleveland Guardians. Super exciting stuff. But we're going to get out here over the lake and make our way to Detroit. Flinty Dog, what up, dude? Make our way to Detroit Metro. Get ourselves to our cruising altitude. I'm going to try to get up to about between 17 and 20. It's not that long of a flight, so we don't want to climb too high. But we're going to get in here, look up here. We're going to get our let's see, wing lights. We can turn those off. Landing gear, landing lights off. Thank you. And then landing lights off. Thank you. Okay, we got it. Thank you. Good Lord. Runway turn light is off. Okay. So if we jump out, all of our non-essential lights should be off. Fantastic. We are climbing almost to 10,000. Just got to lay down. Has it been a shift of shifts lately? Fun fact, in 22 days, Dado will be taking this exact flight from Cleveland Hopkins to Detroit Metro, and then from Detroit Metro to SeaTac, and then make my way to Alaska. So that is exciting. We're going to get ourselves, we're at 11. Let's adjust our altitude here. Let's get us up to, let's say, 18. And then we're going to come over and do this. Autopilot 1. Whoa. Guess it didn't like our heading, but let it square us away. And get us up. I don't know why it didn't like that small heading change that it made. Where you going, plane? We're going. Where the fuck are you going? Whatever. But it'll get us climbed up to our altitude. It's been a long shift. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, it's because it's trying to take us back to, where the FFA wants us to fly. Excuse us. Dad wanted to take the scenic route and fly over downtown. I apologize. But I've been having a lot of fun playing the game and just flying over the local area that I grew up in and seeing things from the perspective of Microsoft Flight Sim. It is very interesting. We are flying current live weather conditions. So what you see is what Dado has outside of his door right now. Seems like we're getting up. We're 17.2, almost to 18. I think we might stick around 18 roughly for our cruising altitude as we make our way into Detroit. But I hope everybody's week is going swiggity swell. Flinty, I'm sure you're ready to get off the 48 and get home. I do know, if you haven't caught, Between the Mics episode number 3 with our friend Alien Zombie is out on the YouTubes and Spotify. So if you haven't caught that episode yet, head on over there and give that a listen. Episode number 4 is currently slated to come out in about a week. So we're super excited about that. And episode 5 is already in the works. We have a special guest that we're not going to announce yet, but they know who they are. And we're super excited to have them on too. And then eventually we'll get to Grilling Gabs in the podcast have a little fun with him. So stay tuned between the mics. It's a lot of fun. Been love learning about flying. That's awesome, dude. I know that you were saying that you've been watching videos and things like that outside of it to try to learn. I have not gone that far. Just pushing a bunch of buttons and trying to mimic what Paul does. I still have 4 hours of training tomorrow, 900 to 1300. Oof. We did drug-free training today at work. That was fun. I am sure that we're probably not at the correct cruising altitude for this flight, but making an educated guess on what I think they would be flying at between these two points here. Not very far. Been balls deep into learning. Attaboy. Attaboy. Oh, I'm trying to use my mouse. See? Mouse. Dado's trying to use his mouse and control the stream or the game, and that's not what's going to do it. What else can we deal with here? All of our lights are off. Seatbelts. Oh, I guess we could have turned our seatbelts on when we took off. Whoopsies. No smoking. Yeah, no smoking on the plane. That should be a given. I don't even know why that's a toggle switch anymore. So yeah, turn that on. Bing bong. There's supposed to be a way that you can go back and look and like sit in the actual seats. And I'm not sure how to do that. I'm changing views. But if we look right off of the left side of the plane there, you see where it says Kelly's. Those are the Lake Erie Islands. And you can see where they all are. You got Kelly's Island, Peely, then you got Small Bass, Large Bass, and Put-in Bay over yonder way there in the middle of the pond as we fly over. And then you got Canada here on our right hand side of the flight. Old Canada. Fun fact, there is a salt mine underneath Lake Erie where your Morton salt, your table salt, things like that come from. Fun fact. As you take flights and story time with Dado. But Mrs. Dado and I are getting super excited as we prepare for our trip. I do know that we are counting down the days until we get to go. It is a bucket list trip for Dado for sure. But I feel like we are 41 nautical miles. I think that's what that stands for. I'm assuming. I'm a boater, not a pilot. Toggle on-screen cursor toolbar top light. Got it. Yeah, I know. Thank you. Go away. I feel like we should probably start dropping a little bit here. So let's go in and make some adjustments to the altitude. Ooh, we don't want to drop half. So we're at 18 now. Let's come down to 14. And we'll start making our adjustments. As we come across the pond and into Detroit. I can't remember. I think that runway 26 left is where we're coming into. Again, I'm still learning how to use all of the instruments, but I don't even think our display tells us any, because I didn't put anything into it. But I do believe that we're coming into runway 26 left. So we will have to probably hand fly. Once we get down a little bit more here, we'll drop into approach mode and see if we can get this bad boy turned around to come in for a landing. Let's get down to 10. So we should be starting to drop. We're not dropping as fast as I would like to. We're going a little bit slower than I would assume we are. Let's get that a reset. Engage. Nope. Okay, so we're going to come out of that. We're going to see if that adjusts. It did not adjust. Why are we not adjusted? I've downloaded a software on my PC to plan out flight. Oh, really? What software is that, Gabs? Be interested in that. I would like to know why we're not changing altitude in autopilot here. See if we can get this thing to adjust, or we're going to have to do it ourselves. There we go. Starting to drop. But I feel like we're going to overshoot ourselves here now. But maybe not. We'll see. But I do believe that we're going to have to swing south anyway. So see if we can get this down to 10,000 and then we'll take on approach mode. I think you have to put in a little, in the little screen thing. Oh, shit. Well then, we're going to have to try to land this thing by ourselves. Probably not going to go over well, but we'll give it a shot. Gabs, I have background music playing. Can you hear it? Question mark? We're dropping. Well, we're coming over, so we're dropping. It's not horrible. We're following our flight plan across, but I'm not sure what our approach actually is. Which I probably should. I'm your pilot, right? Oh boy. A little nav map. Ah. Yeah, I gotta learn how to do all these little buttons here. That's for sure. I can't hear the music. Key. Eh? How about now? Oh, I know why. I know why. Let's do this. And then come back. Learned on a small scale for small planes. No, Dado goes full bore. Wait, no, Can't. There we go. That should be working now, hopefully. Alright, so we're coming into 10,000, and I think we're going to have to take over. Because if I'm looking at this correctly, our approach is going to be... Oh, sorry. Wrong button. Wake up if you're not awake. Sorry, I'm pushing lots of buttons. I do believe that we're going to have to come in south and hit the left side of the airfield. So now that we're getting close to 10,000, we're going to jump in here. I'm still trying to control it with my mouse. Way to go, Dado. Still not crashed yet. I know. And we're about to break it all by turning autopilot off. Yep. We're aware. Thank you, Airbus. So we're going to force our own descent here. And see if we can come around. I do believe that we are holding stable, Phantom, with the stream, which is good news, which means the internet, the changes that Dado made are working swiggity swell. Okay, so as we make this bank, Dado's going to come in, turn our landing lights back on. There it is. We autopiloted just across the pond, okay? Alright, so we're still dropping. We're coming in. It's a fair poke, Phantom. That's a fair poke. Because I believe, again, I'm making a guess, if I remember correctly, and if I push too many buttons, I feel like we're going to totally miss our point here, so I don't want to jump too far into the nav screen. Going off of pure gut. Cheers as we try to land the plane. I would only assume that this is somewhat how it would go. I was going to play Insurgency just for you, Phantom, but I wanted to run the internet through the ringer tonight. CPU has been stable, being hard lined in, so that's good. So we're at 4,000. Trying to make sure that we got a good descent and approach here. So I think we're going to try to level ourselves out just a little bit. Give our swing. Nope, we don't want to climb. Because we should be trying to hit that far left runway. See if Dado can bring this in nice and smooth. Oh, can't see shit that way, I can tell you that. Alright, holding it about 4,000. Start coming around. Maybe I stream myself flying to show off everything I've learned. Ooh, yes. Agreed. I think you should. So Dado's a guy that tries to land from inside the plane. I feel like that's one of the easier ways to do it. Get the landing gear down since we're at about 3,500 feet. I feel like we did not do ourselves any favors here. But we shall see. Dado's also not flying with live traffic or anything like that either, because whew, that would be a challenge. So we're going to back off on the throttle, bring the engines back just a bit, get ourselves squared up here. Do I look as serious as the guy in the stream last night, Gabs? Or get my microphone out of my direct line of my face. Might be coming a little low, a little far to the left. See if we can get ourselves pulled back up here. A little airspeed. Guess Dado should have rentified Prit about the plane to know what our landing speed is. You can scoot a little closer to the camera. Yeah, right. I tried to download that game. It had a 57-minute download time. I was like, yeah, that's... We're at 1,000. We need to get ourselves down a little bit here. We're going to hit the Dado. A little early there, bud. I can't see shit. think we missed it, everyone. Definitely missed it. 100% missed it. Ooh, bumpy, bumpy. Oh boy. A little bumpy. Definitely a little bumpy. And off the tarmac. Not your pilot, folks. Definitely not your pilot. Oopsies. That was not good. Not good. Mm-mm. We will say that was bad, 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 bad. It's easier, he says. Yes. I liked it. Flying. Don't mind us. Say, listen. I mean, we'll call this our gate. Nobody will know. Shh. Don't tell anybody. Panic button. Panic. Yes, exactly. All right. Well, at least we didn't crash completely. So that's something. We don't want reverse. Chill out. But we made it. Not exactly how we wanted to land. Nor should we have landed. But we made it. So let's pretend like that didn't happen. Go back to the main menu. Continue. Shh. Didn't happen. Now where should we fly to? The takeoff, because I don't do the checklist or anything like that. It's not too difficult. Wondering if we let's just see here. If we take off from 22 right, set as our departure. And if we come over to O'Hare, that's midway. We want O'Hare. Where's my cursor thingy? And we choose the big boy, 28 right, as our arrival. It's a 28-minute flight. I think we do that. You guys want to fly to from Detroit to Chicago for some funsies? We'll fly the same plane. Nighttime flight, and see if we can land in O'Hare any better than we just landed in Detroit. Why not? Let's give her a shot. See what we got. Bam, 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 bam. So yeah, Dado is not good at landing. We have learned that tonight. So we're going to keep trying. That's for sure. Can't just fail and never try again. I am curious, Scabs. Now you really have to stream because I want to see how you land the plane. Maybe we'll try it from the exterior view this time instead of the interior view. Look at beautiful Detroit Metro. There's a bug flying around down here. Ah. Man. Die. Alright. Let's get this show on the road. Again, we're going to get our altitude set at 10,000 for now. We'll get up. Oh no, pressure, right. Alright, so let's go to our nav. BFR map. Alright, so we're going to take off. So let's come over here. We're going to take off. We're going... So we have no turn, really, as we come out of Detroit Metro. Look at that. That'll set us up well. Sweet. Alright, so let's go ahead and get out of here. Let's turn our seatbelt light on because we're going to get ready to take off. Bing bong. Come on. Oh my goodness. No smoking. Bing bong. This is your captain speaking. Welcome to Dado Airways as we plan to take you from beautiful Detroit to lovely Chicago. Please sit back, enjoy the ride. Make sure you take your Dramamine and drink as much as the on-site beverages as you can. It may be a bumpy flight. The landing will be questionable, but I hope you enjoy your flight with Dado Airways. Bing bong. All right, now that that's over with, we'll get this show on the road. Give her some throttle, get her boost up there. Get us on the road. Full send. Chicago O'Hare International Airport. Here we come. Straight shot. Dado, you can't mess this up. Alright. See how we're doing here. Keep us center of the runway. A little rudder right. A little rudder left. Little rudder left. Get prepared. Pull up on the numbers. And we are off, folks. Put that landing gear away. Doesn't like our ascent. Don't know why. Don't know what it's speaking about. Oh, it doesn't like our speed. We're going to retract our flaps. That's what it doesn't like. So I can hear very little of the plane. So I don't know if it's the music or what, but I can hear very little of the plane. So let me do this. Oh, that didn't do shit. I'm going to turn the capture card up just a little bit, if you don't mind, so I can hear. Too fast for flaps. Yeah, I know, I'm going to try to rip them off. Alright, so we made ourselves out of Detroit Metro, heading to Chicago O'Hare. So let's turn off our landing lights. Off. Retracted. Let's retract that one. We do not need... Oh gosh. Oh gosh. We do not... Oh my goodness. Taxi. We do not need... They need to be off. And we can leave our nav and logo. Beacon lights on. Wing lights on. That's fine. Once we get up to cruising, we will turn the seatbelt light off. So we've reached 10,000. We can, I think we're going to be able to probably get up to probably, let's shoot for 22. We got 204 miles. We should be able to get up to 25, 27 and see what we can do there. Vibe, what's up, dude? Welcome on in. Doing a little bit of flying. We could probably, actually now that I think about it, come in here and turn off our, where's our wing lights? Turn those off. I'm sure people are trying to sleep and Dano's got the bright ass wing lights on. It's a hell of a descent you got going on there, Dado. Chill out with it. This is your your dream game? I am enjoying it. I am not a pilot, so please forgive me if I mess any of it up. We're gonna pop the autopilot on here, the old bush hider of aviation. It's gonna do some slight adjustments as it takes us into Chicago O'Hare. Again, climbing up to 22, then we'll adjust and see where we're at that point. But, Vibe, welcome in. I hope you are having a great day, sir. It is not. It's actually on Xbox. I am playing on my Xbox. So it actually is pretty impressive that it can do all this from just that console. We're flying over beautiful Michigan. I say that nicely. I'm an Ohio State Buckeyes fan, so it is Series X. Yes, sir. Seems to handle it just fine. Definitely now that we've solved our internet concerns. If you want to get seasick, go back and check out the last VOD of Dado trying to fly. That was not good. Internet couldn't keep up with it. Between the game and the stream, wasn't having it. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you dropping that in there. Oh, it was super lagging. Super. So much so that I was panicking and landing the plane that people in the stream didn't know what was happening because they were looking somewhere else, and then boom, they were on the runway with me. It was bad. It was just bad. But seems to be fixed now, which is exciting. Internet. I think it was the internet. The game itself wasn't lagging on my end. The stream was lagging. So we're making our way up to 22. I think we might be able to get a little more out of it. But since we're 22, let's see if we can get... Yeah. Think so. Let's see if we can get up to 26, and then we'll turn off the seatbelt lights, let you up and travel the cabin. If you have to go potty, visit the bathroom, ask the stewardess for a refresh on your drink. That would be the time to do it. We'll get to about 70 out, and then we'll start dropping our altitude again. I think that might be our best approach. Get us down to, we'll take our 5,000 increments, get us down to 20, 15, 10, and then we'll probably take over again from there. So now that we've reached our cruising altitude, we're going to go on up here and say, you may now travel the cabin. Oh, nope, you're still not allowed to smoke in the airplane. Sorry. No smoking. Should have smoked before you got on the plane. It's one of my favorite parts of this game is that we get to just hang out now. Chilling, hanging, vibing. What you want. I've never made it this far into Michigan, so this is kind of cool. Yeah, must be. It must be. Definitely long flights. Like flying from the United States to anywhere other than the United States. Yeah. I'm sure it's brutal. If I stream, I'll be flying a Cessna. That's a cool take too. I picked the easy planes, Gabs. I don't try. Last time I flew a smaller plane, Dado panicked, and it was not good. Gave you the tour of Ohio though. Might have to go back and do that for fun once the now that the stream's not dying. Whoa. I think we need to back off on our airspeed here a little bit. Controller's freaking out. Think we're getting too close to our airspeed. Overspeed. Yep. Need to bring her back a little bit. Gabs, are you playing it on PC or your Xbox? So we gave them free reign of the cabin. I think we're pretty well set here for a minute. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not a pilot. No sweat, dude. No sweat, Flinty. Completely understandable, bro. Ah, on Xbox. Si, senor. I love it. One would die. Yeah, I know. Mine too. Mine too. Gab, do you know how to change views? I mean, I know how to go inside and outside, but do you know how to go back to like the cabin seats as a camera? Dado's gonna try to pull his chair up a little closer here. I feel like I'm super far away from the mic tonight. What you wanna do? I might need a PC later for games like this. Yeah. I only use, for streaming capabilities, I only use what is this? An HP Pro Desk Mini. That's what I use for all of the streaming and helping facilitate the Between the Mics podcast. Click left stick, you should be able to look at all the angles. Okay, push left stick. Camera. Ooh. Showcase. Oh. Drone. Nope. What happened? I don't know what it did. This is drone. What'd I do? I broke it. Holy shit. We're so far away from the plane. Ah! External. Cockpit. Fixed look. Maybe there's not a way to go back. Oh well. Who knows? Dale does know. Switch the camera. Listen. Showcase. How do I switch the camera? It's the only camera I got. Drone focus, zoom, rotation, free camera, camera drone, fix camera, external 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Boop, 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 doo. Oh boy, that's real close. Yeah, I don't know. Smart targets, airport. Nope, that's not what we want. Cockpit. Smart targets. Smart targets. No. Landing co-pilot. Instruments. That's not what I want. Who knows? No sweat. Just let me up. Let me go walk back there. Co-pilot, how are ya? We're just cruising. There's so many buttons. Oxygen masks. Waste. Can throw my trash in there. What happens if I pull that button? I'm kidding. Just flying. Who would be my co-pilot? Probably Paul F. I'd be his co-pilot. I'd be his little, you push this button. It's pretty darn close, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure it's exactly the same amount of time, but it is close vibe. Yes, and Paul. Yes. Please. Oh, Paul. This is his baby right here, an Airbus. Oh yeah, this is him all day long. It's like Paul could do this in his sleep. We're roughly getting close, a little over half, a little less than halfway there. Hey, welcome on in. I appreciate you, Pilot 270, for the raid. Welcome, welcome. Welcome into the stream of Dado's house. We are flying currently from Detroit Metro to Chicago O'Hare. We are not a professional pilot by any means, but please feel free to stay for the comedic relief of yours truly. Appreciate you, though. Welcome on in. Currently flying the Airbus, again, from Detroit Metro into Chicago O'Hare. Doing a quick flight tonight. Currently cruising at 26,000. Making our way into Chicago. Much love and appreciation to ya. Yeah, I hope you guys have good chiropractors, because Dado doesn't know how to land a plane. That is a fair statement, Gabs. Thank you, sir, for your love and support that you give. Cursor mode, toolbar panel. Yeah. We know. We just don't like to use it. Dado doesn't pay attention. Still looks like we're flying over Michigan. Making our way to Lake Michigan. But you gotta be honest, that's fair. Warn the folks. Warn the folks. You're like that flight attendant that's in the back that's doing the safety thing, that's just like making the best of the safety announcement as they possibly can. That's you, Gabs. Oh yeah, it's gonna hurt. Dado has not perfected the landing yet, but we're gonna try, and try again we will. We got good vibes. It's like Soul Plane up in here. This is your captain speaking. Please make sure that you sign all waivers that come around with the flight attendants on this evening's flight. There are life insurance policies also being sold by the local airlines that you are flying with. Delta, Southwest, United, and Frontier has the lowest rates, in case you were wondering. But please make sure you sign all waivers before we come to a landing. All waivers must be turned into your pilot or first captain by the next 5 minutes. Please make sure you call your loved ones. I can't even go any farther. Bing bong. Oh gosh. We're gonna do our best, okay? We're gonna try. I can't mess it up. Detroit Metro, where we took off, into Chicago O'Hare is a straight shot. So there's no flying, there's no turning into the airport. We should be way better off than we were last time. Listen, Phantom, I'm going to put you on the front page of the pamphlet that goes out for the extended life insurance of Dado Airways, okay? It's not a it's involuntary too. Like, that's the only way you can fly on this flight is you have to sign that paperwork. It's part of your ticket fare. There I go again, trying to use the mouse to control the Xbox. We're about 88 out. I think we're going to start getting ourselves to drop. So, bing bong. Please return yourselves to your seat. Make your way to the restroom, as we will be beginning our descent into Chicago O'Hare. The drunk elephant in a room full of china will look more majestic than my landing, Phantom. Let's be honest. Hope everybody's had a chance to use the bathroom. We're going to turn the seatbelt lights on. Bing bong. As we come in and we ask our autopilot, because we're not a pilot, our autopilot is, we're going to come in and we're going to start dropping altitude. We're going to come into 20. Start making our descent. Ooh, not 14. I didn't realize I was still in that menu. Too busy reading chat. So we'll start making our descent as we come across Lake Michigan. You right. Yeah, that elephant's gonna look like a ballroom dancer. Make our way again across Lake Michigan. We're gonna come over. Downtown Chicago should be off the left side of the aircraft as we come across. You're gonna hear lots of braking, the plane, and your backs. Yeah, listen. You come to Dado Airlines to readjust yourself. It's like Soul Plane. You're bibbity bopping. You're coming in hot with a vibe. And listen, we hit the runway hot and heavy. We're letting people know we're there. We're keeping people like Flinty Dog on their toes. I know that dude's passed out right now. But keeping people like him on his toes to come in and save the day on the runway. That's what we're doing. I'm telling you. That is what we are doing. Readjust. Yeah, readjusted. Listen. The used car salesman, let me tell you what. I hope it comes to PlayStation soon. I hope so, Vibe. That'd be sweet. That would be sweet. Bum, 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 ba, dun, dun, dun. Alrighty, well, I think we made it to our 20,000. We'll hold 20,000 for a second here as we come across the lake. And we'll start dropping a little more. Do a controlled descent as we go down. How many of you in the chat have been to Chicago? That's a question. Or flown into Midway or O'Hare, at least. Is there... Oh, that's a good question, Gabs. I don't know. Hopefully. That would be huge. Gavin left my state. Okay, that's fair. Making our way across Lake Michigan here. That's Southwest Michigan Regional Airport below us there. I love that it gives us, if you don't know the areas, it doesn't really help. I love that it gives you all the airports. Just sometimes I wish it would tell you what the city was, too, that you're flying over. Maybe it's an option that I don't have selected, but who knows? Do. Ah. Alright, our seatbelt lights are on. Landing lights are retracted. We'll leave those retracted for a minute. Bop those down here shortly. Alright, I think we're going to bring ourselves down a little bit farther. Bring us into, let's call it 17 for now. I'm just curious because since it's a Microsoft game, I know they're going to do cross-platform with MLB The Show, but this game, the size, oh, yeah, true that. But it would be awesome if they expounded, there's that word again, Gaps, expounded their horizons to allow Sony, the platform, to play it. Do. Seems so far so good as we make our descent. Usually if you have ATC, they will tell you when to descend. Nah. I make my own guesses, Gabs. Dado knows better. Didn't, wasn't it the 19th or something like that? Or am I wrong? Is that when MLB came out? Or is Dado wrongly mistaken? And how far to descend? What's the fun in regulations? Right. I mean, if I want to come across Lake Michigan at 10,000, I want to come across Lake Michigan at 10,000 caps, okay? Listen, bud. I'll do what I want. I am the awesome Dado, bro. Come on. This is Dado Airlines. I don't follow those big guy rules. Fuck. 19th. I've been playing the shit out of it. Then why haven't you been streaming it, bro? WTF? We're waiting for a Gab stream of the stickball. I know if Zombie was here, he would agree. Mm-hmm. There you go again. Trying to reach for the mouse. Jeez, Dado. Alright. 17 coming across. 45 out. We'll leave it there for a minute. Maybe once we get to 30, we'll drop down to 15. I feel like it's a relatively fair descent as we come in. Oh, because I've been playing this shit. Well, you could just be playing it with us in the background. I mean, we're not a distraction at all. Not us. Not us. Why would we be a distraction? It's a beautiful night. Makes me want to go outside and see if it actually looks like this outside. It is a cool 26 degrees outside right now here in the lovely state of Ohio. That's breaking news. I don't give two shits about that. I just wanted the weather. Oh my gosh, go away. Sorry I asked. Bum. Yeah, because I don't think that Flinty ever answered the question about Saturday in the show ideas, did he? There's a lot of explicit language going on, can't be said in most places. Just turn your explicit content thing on. Viewer discretion is advised. Well, I can give you a better. Viewer discretion is advised. Alrighty, making our way downtown, flying fast into O'Hare. Here we come now. Boop-a-doo-boop-a-doo-boo. Boom, boom. I know, he's a little bitch. Whoa, what just happened? Why did we... Oh, auto throttle. I was like, we just lost, like, 30% of our engine power. Oh, Flinty. You just got to put it in your own description. Oh, shit, Dado. All right. 13. Here we come. I don't know if that took. I believe it did. Looks like it. I'm going to send you guys over to the live stream. Full live stream here just for a second. We do have to restock the studio mini fridge. I'll tell you what. That is something that we do need to do. But don't worry, we have backups. So we're going to drop into 13 as we come in and across Chicago. So you can see downtown Chicago off of the nose of the plane there. You can kind of see Navy Pier out into Lake Michigan. And then way up that way, way off the right side of the wing, is Milwaukee. Fun facts. Oh, look, the skyline just popped in. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but the skyline of downtown Chicago. It doesn't let me put it up on It doesn't show up on my end. I just put 18 plus tag on my end. That's fair. I think mine should say for certain types of audience. I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. I'm just assuming because I pushed the button. All right, we're at 13. Coming in over downtown Chicago. I think we're gonna get a drop to 10. As we come in, I'm gonna fly right over Lakeshore Boulevard. Chicago is a beautiful city. If you've never been, I highly suggest taking a visit there. Absolutely love Chicago. So we're going to fly over North Chicago into Chicago O'Hare. So we'll fly over Wicker Park, the red and blue line, and take ourselves down into Chicago O'Hare. Again, flying over I think it's Lakeshore or Lake Boulevard, which is not ideal because I swear a lot and don't care. Yeah, you don't want a 13-year-old in there going, "Mommy, I was watching this guy named Gabinelli on the Twitches, and he said," insert any profanity to that spot that you may like. It is so cool. This is one thing I love about this game, that the accuracy of the cities, the photorealism or whatever the heck they call it, is just absolutely amazing. Mrs. Dado and I actually went up to both Willis/Sears Tower and John Hancock, so we saw the city from both ends when we were there. Lots of fun. I will post a picture in the Dado's House Discord of the very, very strong Manhattan that I had from the top of the John Hancock building in downtown Chicago. So you have the Merrill C. Megas Field right outside of the convention center, and I do believe that the museum district is over that side, south side of Chicago. The pier that you see coming off with the lights in the water, that is Navy Pier. And then you have the river that comes through Chicago. And you can see Willis and John Hancock if you knew the downtown enough, and also the Trump building. Watch your profanity. Make our way in here. Again, you got Midway on the opposite side. We're going to come into Chicago O'Hare. We should be taking the middle runway if I'm not mistaken. Oopsies, wrong button. Back into the game, Dado. Alright. Drop our altitude just a tad bit more. Feel like we should have been lower than this as we came in, but again, we're making our guesses as we go here, because Dado does not know what he's doing. Yeah, I'll post a picture of atop of the Sears Tower, Willis Tower now, John Hancock building, and from Wicker Park, which is literally right now off the left wing of the airplane of downtown Chicago. Fun stuff. I do believe we're hitting this center runway there just to the left. So third from the left is the runway I do believe that we are trying to make our approach onto here. I feel like we're still way too high at 6,000. So I think we're gonna might have to come in here and take us off of autopilot and get us down. I feel like we should have been way lower than that already. Autopilot off. We're going to come in. We're going to reduce our engine speed because we're going to pick up speed as we come down. Should have turned on our landing lights and everything. Oh, we are going to miss this all day long. Missing it all day long, I tell you what. Because we're going to come in hot, 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 hot. Good to know. I wish there was a quick button for our lights.
Overspeed.
Yep, overspeed. Overspeed.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Alright, so I think this is what we're going to do. We're going to do a pass.
Overspeed.
Yeah, right? Hell of a thing.
Overspeed.
Definitely in a game. Alright, we're going to give ourselves a pass here. We're going to take a quick shot around. Bring ourselves back around. Try one more time. Now that we're at about 4,000. We do not want to climb too much, Dado. So it's crazy to think that O'Hare is so far outside of the city. Because you could take what's known as the L, the train basically, subway, to and from downtown, in and out of Chicago O'Hare. So it's crazy to think that. So we're going to take a wide sweep here. Try to get ourselves in a better landing approach. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We missed our landing, so please hold as we take on the scenic path out and around. We will come back in for a second approach. Thank you again for turning in all your waivers as we come in for a hot landing. 280 was a little fast. Alright, let's see how we doing here. We're at about 35. Bring ourselves back around here. There's so many baseball fields. It's pretty cool to see, though, all the inner sports complexes of the city. Oop, 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 Dad, don't pay attention. Stop looking at the city. Good Lord. Bring ourselves around. I don't know what it said. He's telling me something. Drop our landing gear in. There's baselines away. There it is. Get ourselves squared away over here. Hard bank, just waking up everybody in the neighborhood. Don't mind us. Get ourselves squared away on the runway here. I'm not hating this approach too much this time. I am worried that we're going to stall out. We're not going to have enough airspeed. But we're going to give it a shot. We need to descend, Dado. Descend, Dado. Panic, panic, panic. Bing bong, this is your captain speaking. I hope that everybody is braced for impact. One thousand. Taking lots of focus so we don't completely ruin it. Maybe save us a little bit of insurance here. Oh boy, a little squirrely, a little squirrely. Kill the engines. Coming in. We're going to miss the main spot. It's alright. We're going to miss the runway. Oh boy. Oh gosh. Nope. 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 Little bump. Oh god. Oh god. I'll say that was a little bit better than last time. Not what we wanted. Definitely nothing to write home about. Yeah, brace. Dado, would you like to stop the plane? That'd be fantastic. I look away and come back to this. Yes, we had no... Well, here's a couple things. We had no landing lights. That was way better than the first landing today, so we're making progress. Progress is key. Dado forgot to turn on the runway lights, the taxi lights. Had to come back for a second look. Came in doing mock. Jesus! But we made it. We only bounced once that time instead of 4 times, so we're learning. But I think at that point, welcome into Chicago O'Hare. Appreciate everybody flying with us this evening. I do believe that's where we're going to call it tonight, though. So thank you all for coming in. I appreciate if you are still here from the raid. Thank you all for stopping by. And if you haven't, please make sure you come and hang out with us over at the Dado's house in the Discord. Am I doing another one? If I do another one, we're only going to fly back either into Cleveland or Detroit. I don't want to go too far. But I think we're going to call it there, buddy. I do appreciate everybody. Again, if you haven't hung out or hung out with us in the Dado's House Discord, it is a riot. So please make sure you do that. If you didn't catch it or just coming in late, please make sure to go back and check out the VOD on the YouTubes. It'll be uploaded here shortly. The Instagrams is there. Come and check out Dado's on the Instagram and hang out with us with behind-the-scenes access. And obviously here on Twitch, we appreciate all the love and support that you guys give us here. The community is growing. We love you and appreciate everything that you guys bring into the streams as we hang out. If you haven't, make sure you go over and give Gavin LA25 a follow. He should be streaming Stickball sometime soon, as well as Phantom, as he goes and kills many of things in any type of fashion that he can, in any shoot-'em-up game that he can find. But we appreciate you guys. Love hanging out with you. We'll bring Microsoft Flight Sim back. I think we're getting her figured out. But thank you again for hanging out with us. I love you guys. See ya. For those of you that are still with us, actually, we're going to send you over to a real pilot. So we're going to give Paul F a raid. If you haven't followed Paul, give him a follow. He's a true pilot, but he is an even funnier streamer. Love you guys. Hang out with Paul. See ya.